Reading is a fundamental skill that doesn't come easily to everyone. The Literacy Council of Fort Bend is ready to help area residents fill in the gaps in their skills. Executive Director Brenda Bowman describes the organization and a recent event that highlights its programs.
The Literacy Council has been in Fort Bend County since 1987. We have services for teaching someone to read basic literacy. Our English as a second language is our fastest growing and largest program. GED is one of our best programs because we are able to touch those high schoolers that didn't quite make it through high school and now have an opportunity to get their GED. We also offered U.S. citizenship classes and something called Transitions to Post-Secondary Education, which allows us to take those GED graduates straight in to further their education. Tonight we are hosting Reading Between the Wines. This is an event that has been about 2 years in the making, and we are so excited to be finally offering it tonight. We are bringing the best of the best from our book and author dinner and our wine and music gala and bringing those together into one large event featuring two best-selling authors, Leela Meacham and Taylor Stevens, as well as food icon from Houston, John Demers, and Stephanie Evans and Crystal Allen from Sugar Land area. So we like to keep that hometown feel with our authors, as well as having some New York Times bestsellers. Everything that we make tonight will go right into our programs and services. And like I said, we are now in our 26th year. We've served over 25,000 students. We accomplished that in November, served our 25,000th student in our 25th year. So everything that goes back tonight will go back into our programs and services for these fortunate people in Fort Bend County who have such great supporters.
The Literacy Council relies on volunteers for both regular programs and special events. Gail Neese describes why volunteering is so important to her.
I've worked with literacy all my life. I was a teacher. I had trouble as a child learning how to read, and I know how important it is. Now I love to read, and I know how important it is to have those basic skills to go farther in life and to get what you want out of life. And not only that, but reading is a real enjoyment for me now. You can go anywhere if you can read. I would tell people, you know, you have to start where you feel comfortable. You start with what you can read, and then you build on that, and you learn how to figure out words. It's a code, just like anything else is, and once you crack the code, you can read anything.
For author John Demers, reading is not simply the foundation of his livelihood. It has been the catalyst for some of the best things in his life.
As an author, literacy is crucial, and so you can laugh and say, of course, you write books. If people weren't literate, then they wouldn't buy your books, and that probably is true. But the fact is that from that early age that I think about, talk about, dream about, I found the world through books. I mean, like most of us, I grew up in a little house in a little place with very limited horizons. You know, I didn't go to Paris, although I wanted to. I didn't go to Africa and go on safari. I didn't take planes to the Arctic Circle. But I read about those things, and I determined long before I realized that if you try hard enough, work hard enough, sacrifice, you can go. I realized you can go like that when you pick up a book about it. And so the essence and the quality and the content of my life's dreams, my life's plans, the things I ended up doing were all because I read about them first. So I think that whatever it means to me selling books, the fact is that generation after generation after generation needs to have the ability to dream, so then they go forth and do.
For more information about the Literacy Council of Fort Bend, visit their website at www.ftbendliteracy.org or call 281-240-8181. For Celebrate Reading, I'm Stacee Hawkins.